awesome, absolutely awesome.
I love it when a plan comes together. Definitely worth a look. Yeah, it was well on par.
And good evening everybody, so I'm back with a new movie review courtesy of gbposters.com, and it is Snow White and the Huntsman. Now, when I first saw the trailer for this, like back end of last year, I actually thought to myself, oh, this looks pretty intense. This looks quite interesting. It's just sort of like a dark sort of twist to the Snow White fairy tale that everyone's familiar with, and it stars Kristen Stewart, Chris Hemsworth, and Charlize Theron. Kristen plays obviously Snow White. Chris is the huntsman, and we've got Charlize as the evil queen, Ravenna, backed up by an awesome supporting cast. Sam Claflin, who plays William, who's a really close friend of Snow White's when they were young kids. But I think that the guys that really stole it the most were the Seven Dwarfs, and they were played by, what an awesome cast this is, right? I'm just going to read it out as I'm seeing on my screen here. We've got Sam Spruill, Ian McShane, Bob Hoskins, Ray Winston, Nick Frost, Eddie Marsan, Toby Jones, let's have a look who else we've got, Johnny Harris and Brian Gleason. And I have to admit, what an absolute awesome cast they were. Every single one of them were just hilarious. They really brought the comedy to the movie, and it was just awesome to see such legends like Ian McShane, Bob Hoskins, and Ray Winston in particular, and even likes of Nick and Toby as well in there. It was just amazing, absolutely brilliant. So loved it. The plot, obviously, the story is that Snow White, when she was born, she was like the fairest of them all at such a young age. Her mother passed away pretty early on in her life, and her father was so grief-stricken that he went out to war and rescued this beautiful-looking woman and made her his wife. And this woman then just turned on him, and it then culminates in this interesting chain of events as to how Ravenna becomes the evil queen. She's backed up by her brother as well, who is very, very, very evil as well, just like she is. And what we've also got here is, as I say, she's got her brother, and he's supporting her and helping her out, kind of thing. But how the story goes, we all know, the fairy tale is that the queen is after Snow White because she's the fairest of them all, and obviously her beauty is so enchanting that she wants to be the only beautiful woman in the land and not Snow White. So it gets to the point of where when she finds out that Snow White is the reason why she's not the most fairest, she gets someone to go into the dark forest and, well, not to begin with, it was her brother who was going to do the bidding, but then when Snow White escapes, it's then the queen demands that someone goes into the dark forest and goes after Snow White. And as I say, it's just all the chain of events that occur from there, and the effects are beautiful. They get to this one part of the land where it's just everything is just so beautiful. It's like the fairyland, and it's literally, obviously it's a fairy tale, so you can't have a fairy tale without fairies, and there were a myriad of fairies in this film. There was even, I have to say, there was a lovely touch. Two magpies were pretty much the they kind of helped in Snow White escaping from the castle, so keep a watch out for that when you get to see it. But yeah, no, as I say, overall I actually really enjoyed it. It was an interesting dark tale, interesting twist, and there was still all the elements of the actual fairy tale itself were in this film. So you've got the rotten apple, the queen taking on a different form to entice Snow White to the rotten apple. Obviously, then there's the kiss. But yeah, it really is absolutely amazing, and I actually did enjoy it, and I think everybody that was involved did a really, really good really good job. Just have to mention about the cast. I said that Sam Spruill, who actually plays Finn, was one of the dwarves. Is actually not. He was actually Ravenna's brother. So forgive me for that earlier mistake that I mentioned. But like I say, I think, as I say, everybody involved was just brilliant. But the dwarfs, seriously, if you go to see the film just for the dwarfs alone, you'll not regret it, because they really did bring some comedy in it, especially between Toby Jones and Eddie Marsan. So thoroughly enjoyed it. So there we go. Thank you very much for watching, and I shall be back on Friday with the return of Sir Ridley Scott in the genre that he pretty much forged. Science fiction thriller that is going to be Prometheus. Can't wait. That'll be Friday night. I'll see you all later. Bye.